we bring you Game 3, and it's time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer.
Yeah, Powerball, the home run has been a big part of the White Sox success so far this year, and certainly in this series they've gone deep 8 times already. Would not fault Craig Counsell had he loaded up his lineup with right-handed bats against Eric Fetty, the right-handed pitcher. He's allowed a slugging percentage over 600 against right-handed bats, including 9 of the 10 home runs he has allowed. So let's focus on one right-handed bat, Dansby Swanson, 10 out of 27 lifetime against Fetty. Some quick math tells us that's a .370 batting average.
Alex Bregman and the Cubs looking to pick up a win in the series finale. Colin Ray on the mound here on the south side, back with lineups and the first pitch after this. Find the dealer nearest you at buyhyundai.com. Hey, welcome back. Cubs, White Sox coming your way this afternoon, and we get ready to go here today. We send it downstairs to Taylor McGregor.
Good afternoon, Boog. The Cubs have a new lefty in their bullpen. That is Ty Blach, whose contract was selected today from Iowa. The corresponding roster move to that, Javier Assad, has then been optioned to AAA Iowa, and then also Hunter Harvey transferred to the 60-day IL to make room for Blach on the 40-man. Now, the point of this move is really to stretch out Javier Assad. He threw 39 pitches in his last outing, and the Cubs just look at the way Ben Brown has been starting games, but it's taxed their bullpen, so they need another option for length, and especially starting length. So Javier Assad will go down to Iowa and get stretched out like a starter, and the Cubs will probably use him as a starter at some point here soon.
All right, so Ty Blach up with the big club, and Assad back down to Iowa, and let's check out the Cubs lineup here today. Nico up top. It'll go Horner, Bush, and Bregman. And followed in the order 5, 4, 5, 6. It'll be Happ, Suzuki, and Conforto. And then Kelly, PCA, and Swanson will finish things up as the Cubs third in the majors in runs per game, second in the bigs in on-base percentage. White Sox take the field in their home white pinstripes. And Eric Fetty on the mound.
6'4", 205, 33 years old.
Grew up with Bryce Harper out in Las Vegas. He has not fared well against the Cubs in his career.
No, he has not. The Cubs knocked him around a couple of times last season when he was a Cardinal. For his career, an 8.54 ERA against the Cubs laundry with a lot of home runs, 10 long balls in 26 of the third innings. Home run rate this year, 5th highest in MLB. And as we mentioned earlier, 9 of the 10 home runs he has allowed this year have come to the right-handed batters. Lefties he's been able to neutralize. They're only hitting a .195 against him with just that 1 home run, but the righties have worn him out.
What do you make of the 6 starts and an 8.54 ERA against the Cubs? Can you think back, was that a thing for you? Even if the faces changed, would you be sitting there start day saying, man, I don't pitch well against these guys, even though the guys would turn over?
Yeah, I think if it goes on long enough and the results are ugly enough, it might get into your head a little bit. For me, it was probably more about the ballpark than the players. Certain ballparks, you just didn't pitch well. So when you stood on the mound there, you had this, you could have this sense of doom that you had to try to get beyond.
Yeah, I get you. All right, so Nico will climb in as the Cubs switch it up and go with the alternate unis here today, the Road Grays, or I should say they switch from the alternate blues to the Road Grays.
You should say that because, yeah, they're wearing the Grays.
That's right. Yeah. And away we go here from right field. First pitch of the game. It's down low for a ball.
Fetty's going to throw a lot of sweepers. He'll throw a sinker at about 94 miles an hour. He'll throw a cutter and a changeup. He doesn't strike people out. Strikeout rate is the 7th lowest in Major League Baseball.
Here's a 2-0. And that's in there for a strike.
Doesn't generate a lot of swing and miss. This little front door cutter looked like. Clip the inside corner. So says Chris Siegel, the home plate umpire.
base hit, and Nico is aboard. So Horner comes up with the knock.
Yeah, after getting roughed up last night, it would be nice for the Cubs to get off to a good start here today. Throw a crooked number up on the board early. This ball actually in on Nico a little bit. Hits it in a good spot.
You look at Nico in terms of a heat map, and in is his favorite. He does the bulk of his slugging down and in, and he handles the ball close to his hands very well. As Michael Busch takes a strike. JD, Chris Siegel is our plate umpire.
Yeah, he is.
Eric Backus is at second. Laz Diaz at first. And John Bacon is at third.
John Bacon joining the crew to replace Brian O'Nora, who got dinged by a foul ball last night.
That's actually Eric Backus.
Yeah, the intel we got on the lineup sheet was not accurate.
Bad info. By the way,
there's John Bacon.
John Bacon.
Everything's better with Bacon.
Of course it is.
They've gone rogue on us.
JD, back to Eric Backus,
yeah.
Who's the third base umpire. You know, we were talking about him, and last night I mentioned that he has Swiss citizenship.
Yeah.
His mom's from Switzerland.
Okay.
He speaks Swiss German and would go to Switzerland as a kid throughout high school.
You know, I was in the course of the game last night. I was doing a little Googling around. And I couldn't really find. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for the origin story of that.
Yep. Yeah, mom from Switzerland, and his dad's from British Guyana.
Felt bad for him last night. He got pressed into duty after O'Nora got hurt, and he had to take over behind the plate. And I mean, there was seemed like a slew of challenges shortly after he came into the game.
Leave me alone, man.
God, fellas.
Golly. Runner takes off. That's hammered. Right field. Back out. It's way out of here. Michael Busch, rub your belly. And it's 2-0.
There's a crooked number. 108 miles an hour off the bat. Number 4 for Michael Busch. Fun with Fetty on a Sunday. Home run replay brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. Looks like he's trying to throw a backdoor cutter there. I mentioned he'd been really good against left-handed hitters, but this particular left-handed hitter, a big point out of him.
Bregman got a challenge.
Matter challenging the strike call.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. It's a ball.
It's a ball. Chicago has 2 challenges remaining.
So the call is overturned. The Cubs keep their challenges. Michael Busch with the home run, and for Bushy, it is home run number 4. That's a strike on the inside corner. Fetty back to work. Line drive. And that one will fall over the head of Maidront out into right field. Time for Home Depot working on a win. And how about highest on base percentage against starters in the majors? That's entering today. The Cubs are number 1. They're number 2 overall. So avoiding outs is something they've done very well. And I'm brought to you by Home Depot. There's a strike to Ian Happ.
Cubs saw Eric Fetty twice last year. June 25th, while he was with the Cardinals, they put a 7 spot on him in 3 2/3, and then a couple weeks later at Wrigley, he lasted an inning and a third and allowed 3 runs.
Waves at that one.
Yeah, good change up there.
JD, by the way, the Cubs are 18-4 when they score first.
What's their record when they score the most?
29-0. It's off the outside edge.
You know, there used to be those that would make an argument that you should play for a run in the first inning to get that lead, because teams that score first win a lot. The teams that score crooked numbers in the first win a lot more. That one-run strategy in the first proven to be kind of a bad idea.
Coop just told me the Cubs are 8-0 when they score in the first inning. In there, Happ is gone, and Ian is a strikeout victim looking.
Another changeup. This one stays above the knees on the inside corner.
Pitch in for a strike to Seiya Suzuki. Suzuki missed the first 12 games of the year with that knee injury he suffered in the WBC. He's already got 7 homers. Career high 32 last year. Fetty kicks, fires. Check swing, tap or foul.
He's going to throw that sweeper a lot to the right-handed hitters. His changeup is almost exclusively to the lefties. Take 34.59 lifetime for Fetty and a 4.88 ERA. You see that breaking ball dipping down below the knees.
Slicing liner, right field. It'll fall for a hit. And Hill fires it in. Bregman to third. They're at the corners. 4 hits in the inning for the Cubs.
Reminiscent of what we saw Friday when they banged out 14 hits, scored 10 runs. Really tearing the cover off the ball here, aside from the Bush home run. But good swing, some well-placed line drives. Here goes Bregman. Kind of reading the situation. Doesn't need his third base coach. He's got that figured out as he heads to second. Hey, Boog, here comes your pick to click.
Michael Conforto.
He's been doing a lot of clicking. Tree, turdy, tree. He's got big zone, I think, Siegel. He's hunting strikes. This one landed. This one was in the zone. There's been a couple that haven't been challenged that have been off. Oh my goodness. Gust of wind up here, Boog.
Gusty.
Down the hatches.
Ball to strike on Conforto. Season is off to a really nice start. The 1-1. And that misses.
You know, our good friend Len Casper told us the other day that you can't trust the flags here. It's hard to know what they're doing. A little
They're
backdoor
lying
break.
flags?
Yeah. Well, that time we caught a break.
Yeah, we did.
By we, I mean Michael.
2-1 now. Fetty with runners at first and third. Swing and a ball lifted high in the air, right field. Hill charging in and makes the catch. Bregman bluffing a go, and there are 2 outs. So 2 away, and it'll bring up Carson Kelly. Yeah, Conforto hit that 100 miles an hour. Just the launch angle is 54. Kids, don't hit the ball 54 degrees. It's usually going to be an out. Even if you hit it 100. Swing and a miss from Carson Kelly. Gets the start. His 28th. Season off to a real nice start. Remember last year, 98 starts behind the plate, 164 innings caught. Both those were career highs. Strike two.
Carson had a big night on Friday. Drove in 4 runs. Big bases loaded knocks. Hey, there you go. That's right. Carson Kelly was born in Chicago. Didn't grow up here. He was born here.
Too high. Cubs lead it 2-zip on a Michael Busch 2-run homer. John Sciambi and Jim DeShays. That's in the dirt all the way to the backstop. In to score is Bregman, and the Cubs add on. It's 3-0. Suzuki to second.
Four wild pitches from the White Sox in Friday's game. This time it costs them a run as Bregman comes home with the 3rd run of the inning. Watch the dust. The wind is really whipping. And Carroll just, it's a ball that should have been blocked.
No question. Pop foul back in our general vicinity.
Now that'll go as a wild pitch, but
no, he's got a block catcher. Breaking balls are usually the ones that are easiest to block, just because as a catcher you're already anticipating that it might be in the dirt and the direction that it's moving in. The 2-2. It's softly. There you go, Jose. So the Cubs jumping out to the early lead, trying to take the finale and win this series. It's pitch number 34. Line drive out to short. Montgomery gloves it. And the Cubs send 7 to the plate. They scored 3 times. Michael Busch. Bang. 3-zip.
Day.
Hey, welcome back. It's 3-0. The Cubs with the lead. And let's check out the White Sox lineup. It's brought to you by Ford. Antonacci, Murakami, and Vargas, Montgomery, Mydra, Benintendi, Carroll, Peters, and Hill. And the White Sox team, well, we got to look at that power the last couple of games, JD. They can really thump.
It's real, man. Those 2, 3, 4 hitters, Murakami, Vargas, and Montgomery, are a handful. So you'd rather face those guys with nobody on base.
As Colin Ray delivers, and that one off the glove of Carson Kelly.
And last time out against the Braves, Colin 4 1/3, 5 earnings, a couple of home runs. That's a really good Braves lineup he was up against. His changeup has been a heck of a weapon for him. But it's not the only one. He's got a lot of different pitches. It's a changeup. Statcast, all they define it as a splitter. He throws.
Bounce to the right side. Horner on the move and throws out Antonacci. 1 up and 1 down. One thing Colin Ray has been getting, and that's ground balls.
Yeah, 50% of balls in play are on the ground from Colin Ray, and that's a significant uptick from what he did in the past. And there's that performance on that split finger pitch.
So he calls it a changeup?
It is a changeup, yeah. I don't know what he calls it. That's what it is. You see the grip. It's not a split finger grip. Tommy Hotovy calls it a changeup. And it's got real good depth.
getting him to add a knuckle curve.
Yeah. Maybe a drop.
Murakami here, and the count 0-2 on the big slugger. He wouldn't chase that time.
Give you a slide ball, a sweeper, a cutter, curve. It's the ability to change the shape on the breaking ball, and the devices that record all these pitches are going to call them a certain name based on the movement and the spin.
Here comes a 1-2. And that's off the inside edge. Murakami with those 2 homers. He's got 17 now. Two. 17 in his first 45 career major league games. Only 2 guys have hit more homers in their first 45 major league games. Number 1, Gary Sanchez. Number 2, Rhys Hoskins. On the ground, Swanson waits on it, collects. And Murakami getting down the line, but he's out, 2 away.
Yeah, he moves pretty well too, doesn't he? Big slugger. It's interesting, that list. All bona fide hitters, guys that have put together nice careers. But anytime you talk about a home run list, well, you expect to see maybe Babe Ruth or Jimmy Fox or Willie Mays or Hank Aaron.
Well, I mean, Gary Sanchez got off to this absurd start, and the Yankees loved him. As Vargas fouls one back. So Hoskins debuted his rookie year in August. But for Sanchez, you're talking about his first 2 years. He was the leader on fastest to 20, fastest to 30 all time.
Yeah.
And then he had this unbelievable throwing arm. Like the Yankees used to say on a 20 to 80 scale, Gary Sanchez throwing arm when he was coming up was a 90. And so with the power in the arm, you're figuring,
got a Hall of Famer here.
Yeah. Well, 2 now.
Well, and this is what's going to be going on with Murakami now. The league is going to try to figure out, okay, does this guy have any holes that we can exploit? There is a lot of swing and miss in his game, but there'll be a lot of pitchers and coaches looking at video, probing, trying to find some weaknesses.
Yeah, I mean, the easy one to look at is up. The 4-seamer up is where he has struggled. But not everybody can
execute the pitch.
That's right.
I mean, I think one of the balls he hit last night was up, out of way. I mean, it doesn't mean every time you're going to be able to beat him up there consistently.
Fly ball left field. Happ waiting onto the track, and he's got it. Colin Ray gets him 1, 2, 3. Speaking of 3, the Cubs lead it by that many.
Get everything you need with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot.
100 years ago, no one would insure cars for military members, so a group of soldiers backed each other. Today, we're still serving the military and their families with those same values our founders shared. USAA, taking care of our own.
Fetty, who fired 34 pitches in the first inning. Most pitches the Cubs have seen in the first inning this year. Here's PCA. Scoops that one into right. Hill charging in and calls off my job. 1 away.
Hill getting his steps in, man. He was almost to the infield dirt when he finally hauled that one in. Dogged pursuit from the speedy right fielder. And the way that wind is blowing here today, yeah, make no assumptions.
Yeah, the wind is it's whipping. There's Dansby. And that's in there for a strike. Eddie 1. Fetty back to work, pitch to Dansby.
The rare day off yesterday. His batting average dipped down to 189.
Popped up. Murakami has room and makes the catch.
Speaking of a dogged pursuit, check out this little guy. This is my daughter and her husband's dog, Sal. It's actually LaSalle, you know, like LaSalle Street, but they call him Sal. And he is locked in on the Cubs, man.
Watches the Cubs. He loves watching Cubs.
Yeah, he does.
He's been alive, or he's been home 2 days. He's watched.
Watches every day.
Yeah, he does.
And another picture of him, he was outside looking in the window watching the game.
Here comes a 1-0.
If you could be any breed of dog, what would you be?
Oh, it's like a job interview question.
Oh, that is good. 2-0.
I'd probably be one of those. He's a golden.
Golden.
Yeah, I like that. You know,
What about you,
they're
T-Man?
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah.
I always think of Joey Weimer in Milwaukee. They used to call him the Golden Retriever because he would just go and get all the balls. I wish I had a connection with a dog like that, you know? I'm not an outfielder. I can't be a Golden Retriever.
You never had a dog, though, as a kid.
I did. I had a yellow lab. His name was Dylan.
Oh, all right.
Wanted to name him Elvis, and my mom wouldn't let us.
Well, that's not
Oh,
right.
Bob Dylan? Bob?
It was named after Lake Dillon,
Oh.
Colorado.
I think it'd be a husky.
Seems like Weimer should be a Weimaraner. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
What do we got going on
Their
here?
manager and trainer.
The part that's interesting is the umpire was the one leading the way out to the mound, Chris Siegel. Let's see what's happening here.
Maybe a blister situation.
Yeah.
Says, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I mean, they don't miss a trick in the dugout, do they? Any look down, you kind of twist something, you crank your arm a little bit. Everybody's going to be on high alert.
So now I'm sending Nico first pitch. He's thinking about his finger.
Yeah. What about the catcher? What's he thinking about?
I don't know.
The catcher's throwing out 42% this year.
He needs help
One of
from
the best
the
in the
pitcher.
business. Yeah. There he goes.
Safe.
Ball got loose. No call needed to be made by the Baconator out there at second base.
9 stolen bases for Nico.
Distracted by the sore finger. Fetty doesn't make him stop. Nine for 9, right, for Nico?
Correct.
I think Nico is Sal the dog's favorite player.
You do?
Yeah, I think so. Nico or PCA.
No, Nico's 9 for 10.
9 for 10. My apologies. Bad. It's not easy to pitch on a windy day like this. We always talk about, you know, extreme heat, cold, rain, all the elements. Wind.
Why?
Blowing this hard, it just you kind of lose feel.
Michael Busch will take his base, and there's 2 aboard.
Time now for How Far Did It Fly, brought to you by American Airlines. I don't know if the wind hurt it, helped it, neutral, but it went out of the ballpark and it traveled 379 feet. Score your next flight at AA.com.
It's been a big problem for Eric Fetty. His last 3 starts coming in. 7 homers allowed in 16 2/3 innings.
funny. He's so reliant on that sweeper, and it's not like he doesn't have a decent fastball, at least in terms of velocity. He throws his fastball 94 miles per hour.
I mentioned he's from Las Vegas. He grew up with Bryce Harper, right about Bryce's age at 33. But he took the route to go to high school and went to college and went to UNLV.
Drafted out of high school by the Padres in the 24th round. He was a first-round pick of the Nationals out of UNLV.
A drive, curling, foul.
2014 draft where Fetty went number 18 overall to the Nats.
Corners at second. Bush is at first. Two and two on Alex Bregman. Popped up and that'll get out of play. Here at Rake Field, as crowd continues to fill in. Took a while for people to get inside last night. But they had back-to-back sellouts. First two of the year. Fetty, the 2-2. It's fouled straight back with a rip
aggressive swing. Yeah. The previous one was a sinker in on his hands, and then he tries to go elevated.
There we go. 3-2 on Bregman.
He got the first two outs. Fetty did on 5 pitches. Since then, he's had to work awfully hard. A couple of walks and now a good lengthy plate appearance here by Bregman. Pitch count up to 57.
It's fouled back. Pitch number 9. They'll make it 10. As Bregman has fouled off 5 in this plate appearance. Three-two, and again fouled away. Pitches, 6 fouls. Bregman singled and scored on a wild pitch back in the first. Cubs looking to add on in the second, lead at 3-zip. 3-2. Fly to center. Peters started back, now charging in, and he makes the catch. Cubs leave a pair. We're midway in the second.
My dad worked in the mines of Kentucky.
Cubs lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the second with Colin Ray on the mound. Colin Ray, who we call Code Red, not a super vocal guy by nature, but certainly takes a lot of pride in uniting his teammates. That's why at spring training he had custom belts made for every pitcher who made the opening day roster. On those custom belts was a nickname for every guy. So
that's off the glove of Michael Bush and rolls out into right field.
Montgomery hits his bar, takes a nasty hop on Bush. You see how he sets the glove at eye level. I think that ball probably had some top spin. It's a tough call for the official score. They're going to give him a knock.
So now Ray facing Chase Mydroff. kick the pitch. And that's in there. All right, T-Mac, more on the belts.
Okay, so here's a list of all the nicknames, and these are only guys who made the opening day roster, so not everybody on the active roster now. And for the most part, you probably can pick out who's who. If you're unfamiliar, T-Bone is Caleb Thielbar, Dr. Milner. It's pretty self-explanatory. Maybe Spin King, that's Phil Maton. And I think from there you could probably guess, but the one at the bottom is in Japanese. That's not actually a nickname for Shota Imanaga, it's a saying, and the saying is...
Fly ball right field. Seiya Suzuki makes the catch. That's not the saying though, right?
The saying is not a fly ball to right field. No, the saying is pressure makes diamond. So here it is on the belt. This was given to Shota because back at spring training, Craig Counsell was giving a speech to the team and used the phrase. Shota had never heard it before, but he liked it. Later on in spring training, Shota was standing up in front of the team, and he said pressure makes diamonds. So that's where Colin Ray got that phrase for Imanaga, and that's why he has it on his belt. So I love the fact that Colin did this. He said when he was in Milwaukee, Brandon Woodruff used to do it for every guy who made the opening day roster. So he wanted to do it and keep it here, or bring it here to Chicago.
JD, how come you've never made me a belt?
Well, can make that happen. How does one get a belt made? Where do you go for that?
Well, that's of course what we have to give a shout out to Cubs' wonderful clubhouse manager, Danny Mueller. Colin submitted the list to Danny and said, "Sir, I solicit your help." And of course, Danny was happy to oblige.
Well, it's funny when we brought up the not on the belt conversation, but the pressure makes diamonds, a slogan, motto, however you want to define it. With Counts in one of our meetings with him, he goes, "I don't remember saying that." Because maybe I did, but I don't remember.
Bregman in on the grass at third. Benintendi, the 2-1. Up the middle and past the diving Horner. And Montgomery racing for third. And they're at the corners with one out.
Kind of funky, huh? But it didn't appear like this ball was hit all that hard. And Nico trying to read it. Kind of got caught in between a little bit. Maybe it was hit harder than I realized.
76.
No, yeah, it was like a changeup. It messed up his footwork. So, 2 balls here given up by Ray. Plays that certainly could have been made. One off the glove of Michael Busch. One that kind of got Nico by surprise.
Ray missing that time. And now the count is 2-0 on Caro. It's really struggled at the plate, just 151.
And a 60% ground ball rate. So if you're looking for a double play candidate, he's your guy.
Up the middle, that'll get through and a base hit. Montgomery in to score. PCA's throw to third. Out at third. Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah, at your peril, trying to take the extra base on PCA. It's not all about the speed and the routes and the catch-making ability. Yes, it's about that arm as well. Talk to the people, PCA. This is a brilliant throw. White Sox have been an aggressive team on the bases, and this time they pay for it.
Love it. On the ground, Horner. And that's the inning. Pete Crow Armstrong showing off the arm. We get a 3-1 game, ended 2.
Wind is whipping. I got to throw it.
Hey, welcome back. Live odds brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. Ian Happ at the plate. Happer's been doing such a good job getting on base. missing for ball one. High fly ball right field. Hill charging in some more. He makes the catch.
Nissan Kicks has been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy 5 years in a row. Drive the reimagined Nissan Kicks today. Now get up to $1,500 customer cash on Kicks.
Seiya Suzuki now. Seiya single to right his first time. Cubs lead at 3-1. We're in the third. There's ball one to Seiya.
Trying to figure out how this wind is impacting the ball here today. The more I watch, the more I think it's knocking it down. The route some of these outfielders are taking.
Fetty a 1-1. And there's a strike to Seiya. Cubs got a first inning homer from Michael Bush. That missed down and in. Wind continues to whip and kicking up a lot of dirt and dust.
Yeah, no fun if you wear contact lenses out there. Just put some goggles on. Fetty continues to look down at his hand.
All quiet right now in the White Sox bullpen. One out, bases empty. 3-1 Cubs. Here comes the 3-2 to Seiya. Off the inside corner, Caro's going to challenge.
The catcher's challenging the ball call.
Caro with a knowing nod to his pitcher, like, I got this one right, and he did.
Pitch is a strike. The White Sox have 2 challenges remaining.
And for Fetty, his second strikeout of the game. There's 2 away. And with 2 down to the bases empty, Michael Conforto, righty to the plate. And that's a strike. Conforto, a first rounder by the Mets in 2014, and then debuted about a year after being drafted. It was quick, and then part of that team that went to the World Series and lost to the Royals.
Yeah, a lot of these guys coming out of the top flight college programs now, pretty close to big league ready.
Two-one pitch on the way. I feel like it's funny. For a long time, you'd hear people say, these kids, they don't spend any time in the minors. And it wouldn't be true. But now it's more and more true, where the guys really are coming up very quickly.
Young players are cheaper. Could be part of it.
Oh, I don't think there's any question. I think you're spot on.
Especially armed, right? If you got a guy who's throwing 100 miles an hour, even if he's kind of raw, you think, well, I can get him up into my bullpen and use that power arm and help him, develop at the big league level.
Yeah, for the big league minimum. Good point, Jimbo.
Put that on my belt.
Jimbo.
Jimbo.
Catcher's challenging the ball call.
Carroll's a very aggressive challenger.
Yes, he is. Oh, and it's a ball. I guess.
This is a ball. The White Sox have 1 challenge remaining.
There is a website out there, and it's called Tap to Challenge. I'm not making this up. But in terms of net return, leverage of when you do it, how frequently, and your percentage, Carroll's the best in baseball.
Yeah.
Followed by Ryan Jeffers and then Carson Kelly. So it's basically in terms of win probability added. And so Carroll is, yeah, he's aggressive and he's good at it. Tap to Challenge is the website, just if you're interested, you know. The 1-1. That's ripped left field on a line back, and that'll hit the base of the wall. Racing for third is Conforto. Kelly's into second, and 2 are in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top of the third.
Yeah. Rocket off the bat of Carson Kelly here to the base of the wall in the left. The Cubs set up shop second and third with 2 outs. He unloads on this one. This double brought to you by Elgin Hyundai. Home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. Talked about Carson doing so much damage to that right center gap. That time he turns on one. Sets the table for PCA.
Siegel letting us know that's two mound visits.
Mound visits brought to you by.
How come our mound visits aren't sponsored? I don't know why I just said that out loud. But if you could really lean into the read,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Here comes Tommy Hotovy, brought to you by.
Brought to you by Mounds. Almond Joy has nuts, Mounds don't. There we go, hitters count. Got a base open. Like it caught the inside corner. It was the 80th pitch of this ball game for Fetty.
PCA fouls it off. So if there's anybody from the Mounds candy department,
PCA homered in the ball game last night, his 5th. Chase that one, that's no good for you. Threw him a little breaking ball on 2-0, and wouldn't be surprised to see a similar offering here on 3-1.
In there for a strike from Fetty, and now it's 3-2. Conforto's at third, Kelly's at second, and they're at 2 outs. Cubs lead at 3-1. Looking for more here in the top half of inning number 3. Payoff pitch to Pete. Right in on his thumb.
This is one of those situations we talk about. You know, there's all this talk about batting average with runners in scoring position and how important that is. But you know, there's a way to grade that out, right? We talk about high leverage situations. This one gets a knock here. That's a dramatic increase in the win probability for the Cubs. 3-1 game in the third. He drives in 2 here.
That is ripped right field. Hill is there, and he makes the catch. Pete hit it on the button. The Cubs strand a couple. It's still 3-1. JD, Sal has a friend. This is Ivy.
Yeah, Ivy. Maybe we could get them together for a play date or something. We could do a whole like montage now. Dogs who watch baseball.
Dogs who love Boog, JD, and Taylor.
Yeah. Dogs who fly fish.
That's the way to run it back.
I have people tweeting at me that JD is a basset hound.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of fits.
Oh, 1 on Derek Hill. Ray. Ball on a strike now. Hill getting to start in right field. Former first-round pick by the Tigers.
Been a traveling man. Parts of 7 seasons in the big leagues, 6 different teams.
And yet the most at bats he's ever gotten is 162. Been with Tigers, Nats, Rangers, Giants, Marlins. And he's one of those Elk Grove guys. So Rowdy Tellez and Dylan Carlson. And there's a million of them, right? J.D. Davis, Nick Madrigal. 3-1. There for a strike. They all played for Dylan Carlson's dad.
Yeah. What a program.
Swing and a miss, and Hill is gone.
Cub fans, visit Cubs Trending inside the Marquee Sports app for all the top highlights, interviews, and must-watch moments all season long. Presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local Nationwide insurance agent. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Feddy's had to work awfully hard. Colin Ray sitting at 32 pitches here.
So the White Sox winning the pitch count battle, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. If you're looking for volume.
Top of the order with Antonacci here. Ball and no strikes. Colin. And this is high.
We've highlighted a lot with Colin how he's been able to pretty much neutralize the right-handed bats, but lefties have been an issue for him. 327 average, 376 on base, 458 slug for the lefties. That changeup that he feeds really help in that regard. You need pitches that move to both sides of the plate. You know, the cutter in on the hands, maybe opening up a little fader down and away with the change.
That's pushed foul out of play.
We've not yet mentioned the good people back in Cascade, Iowa at the corner tap. We get a free drink every time Colin records 2 strikeouts. So he got his first one of Hill.
Yep.
Probably getting a little parched there at the corner tap.
Yeah.
Come on, Colin, hook him up.
Yeah, Tanacci awaiting a 2-2. Here it is. Low.
Yeah,
challenge.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
Corner tap is on pins and needles.
There
you go.
Challenges remaining.
Corner tap room. Love it.
And the roar goes up from every bar stool and every table at the corner tap. Their man delivers with a little help from his battery mate.
There's the curveball in for a strike to Murakami.
Ish.
Swing and a miss. You want the box back on TV?
Missed the box.
I missed the box too.
Come on, MLB, let us have the box back.
Yeah, let us have the box back. I mean, it's
nobody's going to cheat. There's no history of
no
teams in baseball taking advantage
ever. Banging a trash can or stepping on a pedal,
pushing
or
a button,
lights. In there, struck him out. He struck out the side. So Murakami is gone. He tried to challenge, but waited a little too long.
Cubs lead as we go to the top of the third here. Top of the fourth, I should say. And in this series, it's been exciting for a lot of different reasons, but for the Japanese media, they have three superstars in this game between Munetaka Murakami, Shota Imanaga, and Seiya Suzuki. And they met for a photo opportunity on Friday. Everybody was gathered around to watch it. Here's that photo. I was asking both Shota and Seiya what the interaction was like, and the two main subjects were, they were asking Murakami how he's adjusted to American life.
Swanson laces one into left, a leadoff single.
And also how he's adjusted to Major League Baseball and the pitching. And so the first answer from Murakami was, of course, the velocity. That's the biggest change when you come over from Japan. And he told Shota, look, I expected velocity on the fastball, but it surprised me the velo of the breaking ball. So that's been an adjustment for him, despite the numbers that he's put up. But then the second topic was American food. And he told Seiya that he's actually really enjoying American food. Seiya gave him a ton of restaurant recommendations, all Japanese restaurants here in Chicago, because Seiya had a hard time adjusting to American food. Seiya told me, I still don't really like American food. It's too tasteful for me. There's too much flavor. But Murakami told both of the Cubs players that he actually really enjoys American food. The other thing he told Shota that he really enjoys, the size of clothing over here. He said, I'm a bigger guy by nature. I can finally find my size at every store I walk into. So I know it meant a lot to the three of them, and certainly a lot to the Japanese media.
We got a Husky in the department. There's a Husky over here. Help the Husky out.
Hook up the big guys. Yeah, that would be fun for these guys on the rare occasions that the Cubs and the Sox are both in town. They can get together and grab dinner. We need to get Seiya's a recommendation for Japanese restaurant, what his favorite places to eat are here in town.
It's interesting what T-Mac said, though. Too flavorful.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, I've asked Seiya for recommendations. In fact, I've requested that he take us all out to dinner. He likes Maru. I guess the chef at Maru, the sushi chef, is a Japanese guy, so there's a nice connection there. But his favorite place to go on the road is San Diego. A lot of good sushi in San Diego.
Corner will take his base. Jewel board and nobody out. The Cubs are in business. And Will Venable out of the dugout, and he's going to bring in our old friend Sean Newcomb.
Nuke him if you got him.
Pitching change here at the rate. And it's brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time.
Get the Brewers. Tickets are still available. Cubs.com/tickets. Brewers winners of their last 10. They play today a game and a half behind the Cubs. It's Imanaga versus Sproat tomorrow.
Sean Newcomb delivers, and Michael Busch hits it in the air out towards right center. Peters the grab. Swanson will tag, so will Nico, and they both advance.
Bushy making a bid for his second home run here this afternoon. Comes up a little bit short, but the base runners advance. Sean Newcomb, the veteran lefty, has pitched 19 times for the Sox this year, and he's been good. 2.81 the ERA. Gets a lot of ground balls. Keeps the walks down. Sean spent a little time with the Cubs back in 2022. Got him from Atlanta.
The catcher's challenging the ball call.
Carroll and Bregman having a moment.
The White Sox
and that
have
pitch will
one
be a
challenge remaining.
strike. Infield squeezed in. Vargas, Montgomery, Mydroth, Murakami as Bregman takes a ball. Maybe not. And that's in there. Sean Newcomb began his career as a starter. First 3 years in Atlanta and put up some pretty solid work. Bounced up the middle, and that's going to get through. Well, Mydroth knocks it down. Horner will stop at third. 1 run is in. Bregman will take it. RBI single, and it's 4-1.
Have that infield drawn in, neither the shortstop nor the second baseman were going to make a play on this one, even if Newcomb doesn't deflect it. And then good job by Mydroth tracking it down. Didn't initially secure the baseball, but by that time Nico had checked up over there at third base.
Pitch down and in to Ian Happ. Happ so far today 0 for 2, a strikeout, and he's flied out. Up the middle, Mydroth picks it up. Will step up second for 1, on to first, and that's 2. Well, Newcomb known to generate ground balls, and he gets a big one right there. Cubs will pick up a run. It is 4-1, middle of the 4th. Back here on the south side from right field as the Cubs lead the White Sox 4-1. Colin Ray will get back to work. He'll face Vargas, Montgomery, and Mydroth. One of the things you look at with Vargas, at the .245 batting average, but he has power and he knows the strike zone. He does not chase. Top 5 lowest chase rate in all of baseball.
He walks as much as he strikes out. It's just a handful of guys in the game that can make that claim.
Yeah, there's a strike. Colin Ray ready, 1-2. That's a good pitch right there. He wouldn't chase it.
Yep. See if he tries to run one in on his hands here. Doesn't look like it. Oh.
In on his hand, and that looks like it got him on the hand. They're appealing on a check swing. It didn't go.
I actually think they were trying to go away with that pitch and just got away from Colin.
So Vargas hit by the pitch. Leadoff man is on.
Carson set up outside, and this ball has a lot of run. It gets him right on the, looks like the wrist or forearm.
Yeah.
Back of the hand.
So Vargas aboard, and a dangerous hitter in Montgomery at the plate.
He's on pace to hit 47 home runs. He's homered in 3 consecutive games. Vargas capable of stealing a bag, but I would assume playing it conservatively here, down 3 with a slugger in the box.
Broken bat, and that roller out to third. Handles.
Oof. Talk about getting in a man's kitchen. Shut doobie. Splinters everywhere. Good heads-up play at the end of this by Carson Kelly to run down and cover third base as Bregman had to go pursue that slow roller. He was way off the bag. Montgomery very defeated walking back into the dugout. Watch Carson heads up. There's Bregman. He's not going to be able to get back to third. You can see Carson coming out of his crouch immediately.
Yeah, it was like a team meeting at third because Swanson was headed over there as well. And Bregman retreating back. That one inside.
Yeah, that's right. Move their feet. Make them aware.
So Vargas at second with one away. Weidroth started to, but he held up. Weidroth last year played both short and second. He's mainly settled in as their second baseman this year.
Yeah, well, that other guy out of shortstop, he's going to kind of hold that down for a good while now.
2-1. Fly ball right field. Suzuki into foul ground makes the catch. So 2 away with a runner at third as Vargas advances. And Andrew Benintendi to the plate.
You know whose birthday is today?
Tell me.
Carlos May. You know why that's kind of fun?
May Day. Go ahead.
That's right. Yeah. He wore number 17, and it's May 17th, and it's his birthday.
In the air, left center field, and that's going to touchdown for a hit. Happ collects, fires it to second. A run comes in. Benintendi's 2 for 2. An RBI double right there, and it makes it 4-2.
Benintendi has not enjoyed the success of Murakami, Vargas, and Montgomery, but still a threat. He homered in last night's game. Here he gets a changeup, and look at the work he does to get on this pitch. Really uses his legs, slows the bat down, and then lifts that changeup into the gap in left center.
And the pitch in for a strike to Caro. Kyle Teal looks to be close to returning for the White Sox. Been out with that hamstring injury. And now Augusta. Two outs, man at second. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Cubs lead 4-2.
So let me ask you this. Hitters allowed 1 timeout. Wind starts whipping like that, dust in the eyes. Umpires are they're gonna allow him to step out and he still keeps his timeout, or that's it? I feel like common sense would say,
yeah,
well, just stop play here.
I think that's not his timeout, would be my guess. 2 outs, a 2-2. Check swing, appeal to third, didn't go. That's Eric Backus.
A lot of body movement, but kept the hands back.
Swing and a miss. struck him out. And that's 4. They're drinking up at the corner tap room. Happy birthday, Carlos Pena.
Back by popular demand, Wrigley Field experiences are available on June 20th, August 14th, and September 12th. VIP packages include game tickets, a pregame reception, a tour, meet and greet with a current Cub player, and that's a lot. Learn more, Cubs.com/Wrigley Field experience.
Sean Newcomb delivers a strike to Seiya Suzuki. Strike 2.
First 2 games in this series ended up being lopsided affairs. This one has a little different feel here this afternoon. Skosh high. What is it? We challenging here or not? He challenged. Yeah, the Cubs are saying he challenged that. He tried to recant his challenge. Siegel saying, well, he didn't give me a verbal, so I'm not going to watch. I mean, he clearly did the head tap thing.
Yeah, that's it right there. He throws a little high.
I'm starting to see this around the league. Some of these half challenges, they got to tighten that up.
No question.
Reminds me of when I was in school and I thought I knew the answer. You kind of do the half the raise the hand thing, you know?
Sure.
And then you pull it down. And they call on you. No, never mind.
Nope,
never mind.
I didn't have my hand up. I think sometimes, if you were to come up with a counter argument for it, I think sometimes, even though he's right in front of him, I don't know that the ump always sees it. Sometimes it's sort of the combo of saying it and making the motion.
You almost should make it. It has to be a verbal. I think that would be.
Line drive, base hit up the middle. So Conforto on for the second time as he smokes that one right back through the middle.
Moses Ballesteros continuing to struggle, and Conforto swinging the bat well. He's getting more and more opportunities as the DH and taking advantage. Really good looking swing.
So quiet. And now Carson Kelly. And the wind is really blowing. But
yeah, I think he's talking about his timeout. Not sure if he got. We don't really know. I didn't see him point to him or indicate that he's charging him with a timeout.
Gusts up to 25 miles an hour.
I'm down here right next to the Cubs dugout, and it feels like every 5 minutes I'm getting a huge thing of dust to my face. So I can only imagine some of the infielders or even the guys sitting in the dugout. It's windy and it's dusty down here.
Yeah.
One with dust around.
It's not so dusty up here.
Thank you.
High fly ball out towards left center field. And Peters settles under it and makes the catch. Conforto back to first. I can tell you, T-Mac, your antenna, we travel with a piece of equipment called the T-Mac antenna. And I mean, they have done everything to fasten this antenna. But at any moment, if this thing goes down, she's done for the day.
It's kind of like my personality. Here comes the hurricane.
Here comes the hurricane. And that one gets PCA.
Like just brush the jersey. The kindest of HBPs. Yeah.
Those are the best.
Yeah. Savvy move. Untuck that jersey a little bit.
By the way, Vegas has it as even, that if the T-Mac antenna goes down, then we'll still be able to hear it. So I think there's still
she can make it the adjustment.
No shot. She'll make the adjustment.
Have no fear.
No.
It's a game of adjustments.
She projects well. High ceiling player.
Do you see this dust storm right behind Dansby? See all that stuff blowing?
Yeah, yeah, it's whipping up pretty. A lot of debris, hot dog wrappers.
That's
around.
my hot dog wrapper.
It's reminiscent of Candlestick back in the day.
Remember that?
Catcher's challenging the ball call.
Edgar Caro is he is aggressive. And that is strike.
Pitch is a strike.
He seems to be a little upset that he had to risk a challenge there.
Swing and a miss. And Newcomb gets Dansby Swanson. For 2, Cubs with the lead. They've out hit the White Sox 8-4 error-free baseball, but that big old snowman, number 8, that's how many the Cubs have left. We'll see if that turns out to be an issue. First offering missing to Tristan Peters. Bregman in on the grass at third. A curveball misses to make it 2-0.
Peters likes to bunt. Bregman in just in case. Even on 2-0, he's going to stay in. 3-0, he'll probably back off a little bit here.
And he missed 4 in a row.
I'll learn all about Wrigley Field's rich 100-plus year history. The Cubs offer guided tours that include a chance to step on the field. And for more, visit Cubs.com/tours.
Sounded a little bit like the theme to Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah.
Derek Hill shortening to bunt, takes outside. 5 in a row outside the zone from Colin Ray.
Yeah, and you're asking for trouble. You start putting guys on at the bottom of the order. They're contemplating having to pitch with men on base to Murakami.
There's a strike. Corners squeezing in. Hill 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Ray comes set, throws. Oh, close. Michael Busch saying, check it.
Colin picked somebody off in his last start. He's got really quick feet. He's got a very good pickoff move.
They're not going to look. That was close.
Yeah, it was. Too close to challenge, I guess.
That's one of those things you see now more and more. First baseman taking the throw a smidge off the bag and not necessarily looking to tag the hand. In that case, he tagged him on the backside. Yeah. 2-1. That's fouled off the plate. About to throw his 68th pitch of the day. Man at first, nobody out. 2-2. Hill able to get a piece and scoop it foul. That one ended up in the Cub dugout. So this one, the Cubs will be at home this coming week for 3 against the Brewers. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Thursday's an off day, and then the Astros on the weekend.
Two inside, upstairs. So the count is filled up with Hill at the plate, Peters at first, Cubs 4, and the White Sox 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Colin Ray delivers.
Challenge 94, fouled straight back. Hill on time. Nothing going in the Cubs bullpen yet, but if Hill were to reach, I would imagine they'd get busy out there.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat. Right in his hands, good pitch.
Struck him out last time. I think it was a breaking ball. That's when he struck out the side in the 3rd inning. Go back to that sweeper right here. Finish him off.
Three-two. Drilled to center. PCA is back. Back some more. Reaches out and he makes the catch and quickly fires it in back to first. What a grab from number 4.
And the Cub fans rise in appreciation of PCA tracking that ball. It's not an easy day to play the outfield the way that wind is blowing. Hill gets off his best bolt. Our high-speed, Xfinity high-speed play. PCA, and I don't know if I'm more impressed with the catch or the throw, because he got off an absolutely gem of a throw yet again. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Only Bobby Witt Jr. has registered more outs above average.
Might have added a couple today with that catch and the throw he made earlier to third base. I don't know, do they count throws in that calculus? Do you know? The outs above average?
They do in fielding run value, and outs above average. Not sure. Yeah, Pete leads in fielding run value.
Ferv. Second to Duran and outfield assist.
Line drive sliced into left. Happ will pick it up. And Antonacci is aboard. And now how big is that catch?
Yeah, big time, but sort of a prickly situation now for Colin Ray with Murakami coming up. It would have been worse if not for this play by PCA. Finds the wall, finds the ball. One more peek to make sure, but I mean, he wasn't going to get him, but that was a heck of a throw.
I'll tell you the other thing on the road, and I've talked to Pete about this, but it's the type of play that he loves getting a chance to make, because at Wrigley it's not impossible, but it's not the type of play you see guys make very often, that right before the wall type catch, contact into the, I mean, it's the type of play you're avoiding.
That brick wall is a difference maker, yeah.
Jacob Webb just got up and has started to throw. Murakami bounces one foul down that first baseline past first base coach Jose Lejer.
Pretty big names he's alongside.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Could not hold up.
Yeah, back-to-back changeups. Maybe that was the message from Tommy Hotovy.
0-2. Went upstairs.
Show me heater. I think if you're going to pitch him up and in, is probably where the hole is.
Try to get him to chase downstairs. Big spot right here. Runners at first and second. And one out. Murakami back in. Ray with the Cubs leading 4-2. On the ground, could be two. Horner to Swanson. The first save. He gets down the line pretty good,
yeah,
man.
Yep.
So the Cubs not able to turn it, and now it's Vargas at the plate. There's a strike. 95 from Colin Ray. Peters at third, Murakami at first. Cubs lead it by a couple. The kick, the 0-1. Out to right center field. Pete Crow Armstrong back near the wall, and he can't come up with it. One run is in. Murakami to the plate, and he will score. And we're tied up 4 apiece.
Make sure Pete's okay out there. Another brilliant effort. Plastered up against the wall. Ball stays in the yard, but the White Sox tie the game. Vargas continues to swing a hot bat. Homered in each of the first 2 games and just misses one here. Man, he had it, didn't he? Nope, he did not. Well, maybe popped into his glove, but just to the side of it.
So the double scores 2. We're starting over 4-4. And we've got a pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time.
Youth everywhere to get out and play. Put the video games down, you kids. You can visit playball.org to register for a free event near you today.
Don't scold them, just invite them. Just invite them, be warm.
Get outside and play. The weather's nice. All right, work to do here for Jacob Webb, man, on second base. And a dangerous hitter in the box.
Montgomery rips that, but it curls foul and off the netting. Also today with a single and a run scored, and he's grounded out.
Cubs have left 8 men on base today. They had opportunities to really extend their lead, couldn't cash in, and now find themselves in a tie ball game. Webb's changeup plays really well against left-handed hitters.
Check swing, and he went. That was the heater at 94. Fastball makes it 0-2.
Staying with the heater, Montgomery a little frustrated that that paper blew in front of home plate just before the pitch was being delivered. A little disconcerting. And that's fastball's channel down the gun.
Swing and a miss, and there's the changeup. Webb gets him. The White Sox, though, scored twice. When we come back, top of the order, led by Nico, 4-4. Made for the brain, and by Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen, made for the brain. And by Wintrust. Different approach, better results.
Hey, there's Dave Cella and Kevin Donahue working the grill yesterday. The annual cookout for the production crews for the Sox and the Cubs here. And always a good time. The chow was great. Everybody's really good at waving. He's operating a camera from way up there. See, the north side and the south side, they can get along. Well, here's Grant Taylor. He's been good, man. This is his 18th appearance, 22-30, 2.01 ERA. He's not yet allowed a home run. That's cheese. Saw him the other night. Came in blowing gas, 96, 97 miles per hour. Pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Fourth trip for Nico today. He's been on base all 3 times. Singled and scored in the first, and a couple of walks. Also stole a bag. There's a good bender from Taylor.
The 0-2. And Murakami handles the chance. Horner retired.
If you think today was hard, try living one day in this man's life. Liam's had 5 heart surgeries. Let's go, Liam!
One of my best days ever.
Ball in for a strike to Michael Busch. Ball to strike now.
Yeah, you know, so many pitchers now throwing sliders and sweepers. It's kind of an old-fashioned sharp downer curveball that Taylor features.
There's a strike. So 1-2 with 1 out. Busch has already homered here today. 4-4 in the 6th. One inside. Busch pulled the hands in tight.
Michael also took a walk in the 2nd and a deep drive to center back in the 4th. It looked like it had a chance to get out of here.
Taylor deals. Swing and a miss. And there's 2 away.
She got a little anxious here and chased this high fastball. Chin high. Just the 4th strikeout recorded by Sox pitching here this afternoon.
I think we talk about it maybe enough, but it's one of the things for the Cubs that makes their offense potent. We talk about the ability to take walks and get on base. They're 2nd in the majors But they have the 5th lowest strikeout rate in all of baseball. So this is not a team that strikes out a ton. They hit a fair amount of homers. But that plays when you have contact with slug. That's the type of offense you're looking to build.
Just, you know, sometimes you get a little good fortune if you're putting the ball in play, and obviously when you're striking out, that's not going to happen for you.
Cubs have had base runners every inning. They've left 8. One, two. Chopped off the plate. Mydrop collects the bid. Out at first. Cubs go in order. We're midway in the 6th.
Tie game as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Hashtag Chicks Who Give Injury Updates. Are you ready for it? Caleb Thielbar returned from his outing with the South Bend Cubs last night. He is with the squad here today, not active, but if he recovers well tonight, the most likely move will be for him to be activated tomorrow. And then also, if you missed it yesterday, Matthew Boyd returned to the team. He's now 11 days post-surgery. He was out in the outfield this afternoon doing high-volume throws. This coming after he got off a slope yesterday. He told me he touched 90 miles an hour yesterday through 15 pitches. He feels really good. Again, the original timeline for him was about 6 weeks, and they're hopeful at this point he could get back sooner. So really good news regarding Matthew Boyd, and then hopefully tomorrow, Boog, JD, we'll see Caleb Thielbar.
That would be great to add the lefty back into the mix. It's been so valuable, not just this year, but last year also. The backswing there clipped Carson Kelly.
Sweetheart of a changeup again from Webby. And yeah, long finish.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So Webb has come on and struck out both men that he has faced.
Fastball with a little cut, and Hydroff in desperation mode tries to get a piece.
High, and now it's 2-0 on Benintendi, who's had a good day. A single and an RBI double. In year 4 of that 5-year deal he signed with the White Sox. Swing and a miss. I think what, the biggest contract in White Sox history?
I believe that is the case, yes. The question is, will it remain the biggest as they contemplate what to do about their slugging first baseman Murakami, because he just signed a 2-year deal and might want to extend that, I would think.
I'd put some money down to shortstop personally.
Yeah, that too.
Did I yell that down to Jerry Reinsdorf?
Yeah, well, the shortstop's under control a bit longer than the first baseman, but
right. But yeah. I'm saying,
yeah, if you can get you know, we get a little hometown discount, yeah, buy out some years of arbitration.
One ripped out into right center field. Third hit of the day for Andrew Benintendi.
Hey folks, we've got minor league baseball tonight on Marquee as the Myrtle Beach Pelicans take on the Augusta Green Jackets. Coverage begins at 5 p.m. Pelicans to the Green Jackets, Augusta Masters.
That's right.
It's clever.
Have you ever been to Augusta National?
I have not.
Would you go?
Circumstances were right, yeah. You mean like to watch the tournament?
Yes.
I'd spend a day there.
Foul out of play. Seems like a bucket list type situation. To Carroll.
Our conversation with the Green Jackets got me thinking, because we were playing the Braves here the other day, and they called somebody up from their AA club, the Columbus Clingstones.
Sorry?
You know what a clingstone is?
Swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Kelly, struck him out. 2 away. Enlighten me.
I have no idea.
Oh,
I'll look it up. You know he's got that great changeup. You know it's likely coming at some point. Still can't make the adjustment. So one of the better ones I've seen in a while.
Sod Poodles.
Yeah, Sod Poodles, yeah.
El Paso, and then the Trash Pandas.
Clingstone is a type of a stone fruit, kind of like a peach or a plum, which would make sense in Georgia.
I was not aware that
tradition of peaches.
That those are called stone fruits.
Yeah. It's where the flesh clings tightly to the pit.
Webb, the 2-0. Popped up and foul back towards the screen, but Kelly will run out of room.
Kelly and Chris Siegel doing a little dance there as Carson tried to make his way back to make that play. Passing somebody on the street and you don't know if they're going to go left or you're going to go left.
Pitch to Peters. Reaches out, flips that one foul.
In front of that changeup again. Here's that pop-up little dance that Carson and Siegel do. Which way going? Looked like he was trying to guard him for a minute.
Yeah. And time called, late time granted by Chris Siegel to Tristan Peters. Peters starting in center field. And 0 for 1 today, a walk and a run scored. The pitch, way high.
Because the first 2 games of the series have been somewhat one-sided, both teams pretty well set with their leverage guys in the bullpen as we contemplate the final 3 innings of this one.
3-2 hit on a hop. Horner throws out Peters. We're heading to the 7th. And here at Wright Field, it's 4-4. Back here at Wright Field as we go to the 7th, 4-4. Cubs with 8 hits, White Sox with 7, and error-free baseball thus far. It'll be Happ, Suzuki, and Conforto. Check swing as Caro will challenge.
Catcher sounds in the ball call.
Carroll is correct.
Strike.
He's got a chance to be player of the game just for his challenges. And so often the case, win the seventh, win the ball game.
Swing and a miss, 98.
Cubs, when they lead after 7 innings, are 23-0. White Sox are 19-2 when they have the lead after 7 innings.
That fouls one back. It's a big pile of dust. Goes push it off into the stands. Carroll has challenged 5 times and he's gotten 4 of them right. 0-2. Foul back. Lifted to center. Peters drifting back. Oh my goodness. He started a little bit in and to his left, and that thing took him back towards the track in left center.
Yeah, check out. He's trying to cover a wide receiver. Fighting it the whole way.
Looks like that thing hit a speed bump in the air. One to Suzuki is upstairs. I wonder if anybody explained to Seiya what is happening as the fans are chanting Green Bay is lovely. Popped up on the infield, left side, Vargas.
Cubs are teaming up with Advocate Healthcare and other partners for Cubs for a Cure, a multi-day fundraiser supporting the fight against cancer. Tune into 104.3 FM. The Score's 24-hour radiothon simulcast right here on Marquee. Starts May 21st. And join us at Wrigley Field on May 23rd to help support the cause. Visit Cubs.com/Cubs for a Cure.
Strike one of Michael Conforto's flied out, walked, and single. The fly out to right in the first, he absolutely squared up. Just hit it a little too high. Anytime the exit velocity is 100 or better, but the launch angle is I think in the 50s.
If you're a scout watching this series, you're coming away with a very high opinion of Grant Taylor. This kid's got a real good arm. And that nasty curveball to go with it.
Foul. Taylor pitched at LSU, second rounder 2023. Saw him on Friday, scoreless inning, a pair of strikeouts. Fly ball left field, falling, diving, and Antonacci able to come up with it. And Quentin Barry is saying, take a peek at that.
Eric Backus waited a long time before he made a call, and it wasn't a real decisive call. I mean, at some point you got to call something, and I think that's what he said. His best guess was that it was a catch, and he got it right. Cubs will not challenge. Time for the Allstate Good Hands replay. Seen a lot of really good defensive plays in this series. Antonacci closing in a hurry.
Bottom 7 tied at 4. New pitcher for the Cubs, Will be the slender lefty Hobie Milner.
He is a slender lefty, and he's on for the 21st time, and he's done well. 2.21 ERA. He's got Hill in the top of the order after a nice job by Jacob Webb. The veteran lefty takes over. As you can see, not a big strikeout guy. That's had some seasons where that's been a big part of it. And typically it's on the ground.
Yeah, that ground ball rate's been climbing. Early in the year, he was not getting ground balls with that sinker, but that has changed and gone in a positive direction for him. On the ground, there's Horner taking it in. And they throw out Hill, and man, he can scoop.
Yeah, he's one of the faster guys in the league. Nico took a little beat there to gather himself and had to rush the throw a little bit. It's a great break out of the box.
Randall Grichuk is going to pinch hit for Antonacci. So here in the 7th, 1 out. Misses outside. Grichuk has hit as many as 22 homers 5 different times.
Been in the league a long time now, huh?
Yeah, career high 31 2019.
A bench player now and really valued for his work against left-handed pitching, and you see the numbers against lefties this year.
Line drive, base hit, left field. Debuted with the Cardinals in 2014 and got regular playing time in 2015. In part, one of the things to think about is, yeah, he's known as the guy that was drafted a pick before Mike Trout.
His work is done for the day. Bring Acuna off the bench to run.
So 1 away, Luis Angel Acuna will run at first. And now it's Murakami. Milner. That's a strike. Murakami 0 for 3. Grounded into a fielder's choice and came around to score his last time. 4-4 in the 7th. Swing and a miss. He does do a lot of that. Highest whiff rate in the majors, Munetaka Murakami. No 2 foul back. Milner comes set. Murakami waits. And throw over to first. Acuna steps back in. Acuna has 7 steals, been caught once. Fly ball center field. Pete Crow Armstrong has it for out number 2.
Interesting situation for the White Sox here. Got a guy capable of stealing a base on first base, but you want to risk taking the bat out of the hands of Vargas. Been red hot. I'm guessing he's not going anywhere for a while. Maybe if he gets the 2 strikes.
intercepted foul and out of play, and now it's 0-2. You're putting the Steele side on?
No, I'm not, but I think if you're going to run, he'd be more inclined to do it now. Just once the hitter gets 2 strikes, the power tends to diminish.
Yep.
You know, if he were to get thrown out here and end the inning, you'd have Vargas leading off the 8th with a fresh count.
There goes the runner. Pitches the ball, throw to second, kicks into center. Acuna gets up on his way to third. Stolen base, E2. And a go-ahead run is 90 feet away.
Yeah, he can really fly. Kelly's throw is a 1-hop throw, and Nico not able to make the pick. Acuna immediately with those eyes towards center field sees the ball, and off he goes.
1-2 on Vargas. Inside corner, got him. Vargas gone on strikes. And a go-ahead run stranded at third. All right, for a limited time, you can purchase an NALS shirt from Obvious Shirts at ivyshop.com. All proceeds benefit Project Main Street, a nonprofit dedicated to assisting those living with ALS. Head over to Ivy Shop now to get yours. Love to see you wear it on Lou Gehrig Day, June 2nd. Obviously a cause that is very personal to me, losing my friend Tim Sheehy back in 2007. So you can go get your shirt, wear it on Lou Gehrig Day. If you have friends in other places, we got every team color available. Luis Angel Acuna will stay in the game and take over in center, and it bumps Peters to left. And Brian Hudson, Huddy, is on.
The Hud Dog.
Kelly, PCA, and Swanson here in the Cubs' 8th. Foul, and that will get out of play.
It's originally a Cub farmhand. Certainly paid his dues. He made his big league debut in 2023 at the age of 26 with the Dodgers. Cubs drafted him in 2015. And the numbers are solid. A 1.71 ERA through 22 games. It's a lot of ground balls. Better than average strikeout rate, and about league average walk rate.
2-2 on Carson Kelly, who's got a double sandwich between a soft line out and a fly out to center.
Cubs with both challenges remaining. And 8th inning of a tie game. It's all high leverage from this point forward. Yep. So if you think there's any chance that they miss the call, you're gonna be tapping.
The White Sox have 1 remaining. Hudson ready, 3-2. Pitch to Kelly.
I feel like we're doing one of those college basketball games with the game reset. They've got 2 challenges.
That's right.
Timeouts, and the possession arrow goes to the Cubs.
No fouls to give. Hit hard but foul.
There's a foul.
Three and 2. Kelly back in. Off off the inside edge. Ball 4. And Kelly is aboard. And they're going to run for him with Matt Shaw. So Shaw, who JD mentioned, is second fastest guy on the team, will take over. He represents the go-ahead run. Vargas sitting on the grass at third. Hudson holding. And that one is off the glove. No, it hit him. So Pete gets hit by the pitch, and now 2 are aboard.
Second time Pete's been hit by a pitch here this afternoon. This one obviously puts the Cubs in a great position. That one got the elbow. That's no fun. The previous one just brushed his jersey. Now let's see how the Cubs play. At first and second, nobody out. Dansby in there.
Do you give any thought to a bunt in this spot?
It all comes down to how comfortable you are with Dansby getting the bunt down.
And how comfortable Dansby is.
Yes, because if he is, then yes, because of the ground ball tendencies of the pitcher.
He's got 1 sack bunt the last 5 years. He tries it here, pulls it back. A challenge.
The catcher's challenging the ball call.
You see Dansby pointing down because that ball's down. Says,
that's a strike.
Not down enough, my friend.
It's the 6th time he's challenged. He's 5 of 6. Porter's pinching in. 2 on, nobody out. And a ball and a strike on Swanson. Dansby's last sack bunt came last year. Bunted towards third. Vargas up with it. Take a peek at second. Throw to first. And Swanson executes the job. The speed remains on the bases. Second and third, 2 in scoring position. And here comes Nico.
Yeah, now decision time for Will Venable. What do they do with Nico? That's the ideal situation. You want to put that ball towards third base. Force the third baseman to vacate. Come and get it. Infield in.
And you got the guy you want up there. The pitch. In the air, shallow left field. Peters coming on. And Shaw will get back to third, and there are 2 outs.
It's a situation where, as a third base coach, you're going to be really aggressive, but that one's just too shallow to take a shot.
Zach Bold, their pitching coach, out to the mound. And now left on left. It's on the shoulders of Michael Busch.
He's had some better at-bats against left-handed pitching lately. The only right-handed option available for the Cubs right now, Miguel Amaya. Hey, the wild pitch has been a big part of this series.
Hudson deals.
Cubs scored a wild pitch back in the first. Scored on a wild pitch back in the first.
Busch homered in the first. He's also walked. 0-2.
have to be able to control the moment here, right? 2 outs, 8th inning, 2 guys in scoring position. Easy to get a little jumpy, get anxious, and chase a bad one.
Bush back in and waits. The 1-2. He held up. Sorry, Eric Backus, I got a little aggressive, but
you felt confident in making the call before.
I did.
Before Eric. Bregman is next. Bush can reach.
4-4 here in the 8th. Bush back in. The 2-2. Fly ball center field. Acuna drifting back and makes the catch. The Cubs get the first 2 on and fail to score. Midway in the 8th, it's 4-4. Bottom half of inning number 8. It is a 4-4 game. And Miguel Amaya behind the dish as awkward swing from Colson Montgomery. And they ran for Carson Kelly with Matt Shaw. So a new catcher needed. Montgomery here today. Swings and misses at that pitch. He's 1 out of 3.
Solid work from the Cubs bullpen in this series. 11 punch outs in 9 2/3. A couple of earned runs.
Wilmer listening in. You saw him nod yes. 0-2 on Montgomery. It's inside.
In. Working him. Staying in on him. Want him to get extended.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Time for our game summary. It's brought to you by Wintrust. Michael Bush, a 2-run homer in the first. Miguel Vargas with a big double in the 5th. Cubs bullpen, as we just showed you, has been outstanding, not just today, but in this series. And the recipe business for the Cubs has been not so great. Pitching change here at right field. And Maton coming in. Bill Maton will take over. And the Cubs and the White Sox tied at 4 with 1 out, bases empty. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Chase Mydroth on, and Maton who had a spell on the IL with that knee issue. Ground is short, in and to his right. Spins in, and a really nice stretch by Michael Bush. Heck of a play both ways.
How about that throw Dansby got off? Back across the body, off balance. Pretty good speed going down the line. Quick release. Long stretch.
Wonderful play. And now it's Benintendi with 2 away.
Sir Anthony Dominguez is the closer for the White Sox. He's been up in the bullpen. He'll be out there for the 9th.
Swing and a miss. Down to a knee, Benintendi.
He wanted to hit that one to Palatine. Not sure where we're pointed, actually.
The 2-1. In for a strike.
What was the nickname for Maton on the belt? Spin something?
Spin doctor. Spin professor. Spin king. Spinny Mini.
I know for Players Weekend a few years ago, he wore a jersey that said spin rate.
Okay. 3-2. Off the outside edge. And he walked him.
Well, obviously not ideal to put the go-ahead run on base in the 8th inning. But a dangerous hitter and didn't want to give in.
Benintendi reaching safely for the 4th time today. Cubs and White Sox locked up in a 4-4 tie. Caro fouls one back.
Caro 1 out of 3 today. Single first time. He struck out his last 2 times up. He carried a 151 batting average into this game. Show of confidence from Will Venable here despite Caro's struggles.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. So Maton going to the pitch comm on his right hip. Line drive, base hit, out into left field. He got just enough of it as the Cubs were positioned, shading to pull. And he found the right spot.
A line drive that bounced on the infield dirt before rolling into the outfield. He hit it in a good spot.
Maton, and Peters fouls one off. Got a piece of Amaya. The kick, the 0-1. Driven to right. That's back. And that one is gone. Peters, a 3-run homer, and the White Sox here in the bottom of the 8th have the lead.
Two outs, nobody on. Benintendi works the walk, soft single, and then Peters, not really a slugger. This is his first home run this year. Maton continues to struggle. Suzuki tracking it all the way to the wall, kind of comes out of that a little bit awkwardly.
If it's that knee, could he have banged it?
Catcher is challenging the ball call.
And it's a ball.
If this is a ball, the Cubs have 1 challenge remaining.
he banged one of the two knees. I'm not sure which. For Peters, by the way, JD, his first major league homer.
Yeah, this is a unexpected uprising from the bottom of the order here. Obviously, you focus on Vargas and Montgomery and Murakami.
Quick peek, slow-mo. I think the left knee maybe just into the left leg. Guessing.
Yeah.
In the air out towards right center, and Suzuki able to track it down. Running pretty good right there. We'll go to the ninth. Last chance for the Cubs. Budweiser. Cubs fans, for 150 years, this Bud's for you. I'm going to get that right one of these times. I swear it.
I thought you didn't get it right?
No.
No.
Because I keep calling it the Budweiser broadcast booth because it's been the Budweiser broadcast.
Yeah.
I might lobby someone to see if we could just change the read. What do you think?
Yeah. We'd like to change the outcome of a few things here today.
Yeah. Totally agree.
The last half inning.
Yeah.
The Cubs left some base runners early. They had a chance to open up the lead a little bit. Weren't able to get a couple of big knocks. The double play ball to Nico.
Yeah. I don't know whether they could have turned it, but
felt like
he could have. He could have
more aggressive.
Yeah. Gone after the ball.
And then Maton, continues to struggle. It's been a tough ride for Phil. Obviously, he's an important guy out there in the Cubs bullpen, so they got to get him right.
Check swing, and he went.
It's our first look at Dominguez in this series.
Foul, that'll get out of play. See the numbers. Right for 4, but still bring it.
Catcher is challenging the ball call.
Caro feels like he knows it. Too high.
This is a ball. The White Sox are out of challenges.
Caro 5 for 7 today on those challenges. Inside, and that's ball 4. And the Cubs need base runners. One of the things that makes these rivalry games so much fun, and especially in the places like Chicago or New York, same city rivalries, is it's never quiet. It's something Gary Cohen told me years back. So, I mean, you have certainly split families, but it's never quiet because the road team fans are here as well. And to a broadcaster, you think about when you're on the road and something big happens, the place gets quiet. And it does not happen in these games.
It feels like a playoff game. Yeah, and then once the visiting fan base gets turned up, the home team crowd gets even louder. They respond.
The Mets, by the way, walked off the Yankees today. They were down late by 3. Tyrone Taylor hit a tying homer, and then in 10, the Mets walked it off. That was at Citi Field.
Mets really haven't turned things around, have they?
Have not.
Scuffling.
That back in, ball and a strike. Dominguez with Bregman at first, nobody out. Ripped but foul.
17 2/3 innings for Dominguez. He's walked 10. He's allowed 4 home runs, so you can get him.
The 1-2. Foul back. That with a good rip at it. For the White Sox, 7 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. For the Cubs, 4-8-0. The 1-2. Balls and 2 strikes with Seiya Suzuki waiting to hit down to our right. Bregman at first. And he struck him out. He overpowered him with 98. 1 away.
Tough day for Ian. 0 for 5, a couple of strikeouts, and bounced into a double play back in the 4th. Well, tomorrow the Cubs start a 3-game series against the Brewers back at Wrigley. Game coverage begins at 5:30 on Marquee and is presented by our friends at Advocate.
Seiya taking a strike. Suzuki a single, a strikeout, a ground out, and a pop out. He's 1 out of 4. One on Seiya.
That home run by Peters, the 9th long ball hit by the White Sox in this series.
Swing and a miss. He got him to chase the sweeper. Yeah, I mean, they hit homers, right? I mean, that's the MO. They basically get half their runs on home runs. They're tied for 2nd in the majors in homers hit. Off the glove of Caro, Bregman will scoot down to 2nd. Well, there's the guy. He's the hero. As of now, Tristan Peters on the ground to 3rd. Vargas on the backhand. Low throw, and it gets past Murakami. Suzuki on the go. And Bregman will stop at 3rd. I don't know whether Murakami didn't see it or what.
I'm assuming intentional as Vargas throws this ball. It's like a 2-hop throw that you would see on AstroTurf. Boom, boom. Skipping stones, and Murakami can't come up with it. It'll be an E5. Well, he probably should have picked, though. And the Cubs are alive. See Mydroth telling Dominguez, don't worry about the base runners. Ball back to you. Just throw it to first base.
So here is Michael Conforto. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Dirt. Ballesteros has a bat, and he will hit for Amaya. White Sox broke open a 4-4 tie in the 8th on a Tristan Peters 3-run homer. It's 7-4. That's way high.
Dominguez feeling the heat a little bit.
Gotta be.
Pressure busts the pipe.
Second and third, 1 out. Off the outside edge. And now it's 3-0. And they got a break, the Cubs did, but no challenges left for the White Sox.
That's right.
3-0. And that's through there for a strike.
Michael taking all the way there on 3-0. Not have minded seeing him turn it loose.
3-1. High fly ball center field. That one back. Acuna near the wall. Gone. We're tied. 7-7.
Michael Conforto. You've got to be kidding me. The Cub fans are going nuts.
Outstanding.
Took the 3-0, came right back in with a 3-1 heater, and Michael jumped all over.
7-7. And the Cubs have evened it up. And there's the strike to Amaya. Michael Conforto has made such an impact in getting a chance to play a ton of late. And you hear the Cub fans. Let's go Cubbies. The 1-1. Downstairs.
You talk about getting up off the deck.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Leadoff walk, E5. Set the table for Conforto, and he delivered yet again.
In the air, Montgomery going out. My drop there, and Acuna almost ran into him.
Let's take another look, shall we? This home run brought to you by Hefty strength you can trust. For the dramatic Michael Conforto.
I just saw that shot. A PCA. And Conforto as happy as it gets as Pete Crow Armstrong.
He's looking to launch.
Yep.
Dominguez fooled him with an off-speed pitch.
The 0-1. And Pete wouldn't chase that time. Takes a big deep breath. And a 1-1. That's a strike. And Pete nods in agreement. The Cubs have come back to tie it at 7 thanks to Michael Conforto. 1-2 on PCA. Line drive caught. And the inning is over. A walk, a strikeout, an error, and then Conforto launches. And they are going mad here. here on the south side.
Time now for our Miller Lite moment. I bet you can't guess what it is. Michael Conforto, straightaway center field. Lift, launch, and watch it fly. With 3 home runs now. He had the walk-off at Wrigley on the homestand, and now this game-tying blast here at the rate.
So now it's Palencia to take over. The first one to Luis Angel Acuna, misses upstairs.
Yeah, he might be a little jacked up, overthrowing that one a little bit. 10th appearance for Daniel. Spent some time on the IL, so hasn't had a ton of work yet this year.
Last year settled into that closer's role. 22 saves, a 2.91 ERA. Struck out about 28% of the batters that he faced. Fly ball right field, Suzuki. And here's Murakami. Valencia kicks and fires. Too high.
I like what Council's doing here. A lot of managers will stay away from their closer tie game on the road, but given where they are in their lineup, he wants his best option out there.
The 1-0. The 2-0. Out towards right center. Sale can't get there. PCA doesn't grab it cleanly, and Murakami's into second. And the winning run is out there at second base.
This is way off the end of the bat. He is so strong, he's able to take that ball and pull it to the alley in right center. PCA eyes on Murakami with a little mishandle. He did not stop. He was going all the way for 2.
So here's Vargas. Seven, bottom 9. That one at 100 and it misses upstairs. 2-1. Vargas has been hit by a pitch and knocked in a couple with a double.
Yeah, take a look.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
And that'll be a strike.
Catcher's a strike.
2-2.
That Council had started out of the dugout. Sure. Why?
Valencia.
I got a base open, so you don't have to give in here. Real good pitch and a good job by Vargas to get a piece. 100 miles an hour. Outside corner at the knees.
Valencia cupping the glove to the side of his hat to hear pitch come. Now he's ready. 3-2. Popped up, foul. Amaya tosses the mask. He's got it. And it's out number 2.
Guessing they put Montgomery on here?
I think. Yep. So Colson Montgomery will take the intentional pass. And with 2 outs and 2 aboard, here's the second baseman. Line drop 0 for 4. Great energy during this series. The first 2 were blowouts, and yet it was still loud and real good energy, especially late here at Wright Field. The rubber match, we're in the 9th. Valencia deals. Line drive, left field, hat, and we're playing 10. Well, Cubs in 15, presented by Feldco. It's your morning highlight reel of today's game. Catch it tomorrow at 6, 7, or 8 a.m. or stream it anytime on the Marquee app or YouTube. Tyler Davis on here.
Yeah, our first look at him in this series, pitching for the 9th time. He was called up 3rd week of April to make his big league debut. So far 9 innings and an ERA of 4. So taking a guy with limited experience and circumstances force him in right in the middle of the fire here in the 10th.
PCA will be the automatic runner. Swanson takes up and in.
And we put a bunt down last time, moved runners up to 2nd and 3rd. That did not pan out.
Bounced foul and into the White Sox dugout. Now the Cubs got the first 2 on in the 8th and weren't able to score. Well, Armstrong takes upstairs.
That's one of those baseball situations where if you don't bunt and you fail to score, people are losing their minds. Like, you got to bunt in that situation, but
correct.
Give away an out, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't have bunted. I'm just saying that
PCA takes off the 3rd throw, too late, and Pete is in. His 12th of the year.
And that's the other reason why you don't bunt in this situation, because of his ability to steal that bag, that bouncing lead.
Infield squeezes in. PCA at 3rd. Here's a 3-1. Off the outside edge. It's ball 4.
Typically, the strategy for the road team in these extra inning games is not to play for a run.
Play for as many as you can.
Because the home team's going to have that man at 2nd base at the bottom of the inning as well.
Go a single and a couple of walks. Infield in. And that's a strike.
Here's was up there in the 7th with runners on 2nd and 3rd. Lofted a little fly ball to shallow left.
Davis ready. The 0-1. Outside. He's mainly fastball slider, the occasional split. The 1-1. That's too short. And they got PCA hung up. And the runners.
Job.
What's that?
That's a good job, PCA.
No question.
Staying in that rundown.
So the runners advance to 2nd and 3rd. Six, 2, 5, 1.
His senior year, he was voted most likely to get out of the rundown, or to prolong it at least. It's just a great job by him, and arguably you could make the case poor execution by the White Sox. But again, he's a rabbit they're trying to run down.
Yep. Going to intentionally walk Michael Bush. And it'll bring up Alex Bregman. So Zach Bove to the mound, bases loaded, 1 out. And a pretty great opportunity for the Cubs here in the 10th. It's a sellout crowd for the 3rd straight game. It does not look like anybody has left. So here's Bregman. And Alex lays off. Bregman has singled twice, and he's walked. Swing and a miss. Seven runs, 11 hits, and an error for the White Sox. 7-9-1 for the Cubs. Bases loaded, 1 out. On the ground, softly hit. Montgomery throws to first, and they're able to get Bregman. Swanson comes in, and it's 8-7 Cubs.
Across home plate. It's been the Manfred man, a walk, fielder's choice, intentional walk, and a ground ball to short. But good enough to take the lead.
They'll intentionally walk Happ now. First one to say it, and that's a strike. Tyler Davis, 27-year-old rookie, as we discussed earlier. That's outside. Looks like there's just been tons of traffic. Ball hasn't left the infield this inning.
Had a pitch, albeit a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Blink of an eye to make up your mind whether to attack or not.
Oh, and Seiya Suzuki is going to challenge.
The batter's challenging the strike call.
And it's a ball. New life for Seiya.
As we move to extra innings, though, the White Sox have a challenge back.
Two and two now. Foul tipped into the mitt of Carroll, and Suzuki is gone. But the Cubs push across the lead run. They're on top 8-7. Lease waiting in studio. And back here in field, Luke Shambi, Jim DeShays, and it'll be Ryan Rollison tasked with securing the final 3 outs.
Yeah, third day in a row for the young left-hander. This is his 11th appearance, 12 innings and a 3.75 ERA. He didn't throw a ton of pitches in either of the previous 2 appearances. 12 Friday, 10 in last night's ball game.
First one to Benintendi. Tries to bunt. It's a good one. Bush. Horner gets over. Safe at first. And Nico's hobbled a bit. And they're going to look at it. See if Nico's all right.
Chicago challenged a safe call at first base.
I didn't know Benintendi had that drag bunt in his toolkit. That was a real good bunt.
As they take a second look, a second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
He's out.
Yeah, he does. He does look out. Ooh.
After review, the call's been overturned. The run is out. Chicago returns the challenge.
Big play right there. JD, that was uncomfortable looking, the way his knee and ankle kind of twisted or
yeah,
rolled.
Sure was.
I think the left leg. High fly ball drilled left center field. Pete Crow Armstrong back, and it's gone. Edgar Carroll walks it off, a 2-run homer, and the White Sox win it 9-8. Carroll's first homer of the year, and the White Sox take the game and the series.
So Tristan Peters, it's his first home run of his career, a 3-run shot in the 8th, and now Carroll, his first one of the season, to walk it off.
His first career walk-off hit.
Crazy back and forth, hard-fought game. And a huge win for the White Sox as they try to ascend after a couple real rough years. And just a right down the gut fastball.
For Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor, and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Again, your final in 10. White Sox beat the Cubs 9-8. Tomorrow, the Cubs welcome in the Brewers to Wrigley and begin a 3-game series. Shota Imanaga, Brandon Sproat, your scheduled starters. Coverage begins at 5:30. Up next, Cubs post-game live, Cole Wright and Elise Menaker, plus Cliff Floyd. Cole, take it away.
Thank you, Boog. Well, that was anticlimactic. How about it?
It's a shame, especially after that big hit from Conforto, and then you need the pitching to come through late. and the White Sox prevail.
Man, that stinks.
Yeah, it does.
That just smells bad.
Yeah,
for real.
Like a chitlin and blue cheese sandwich. 2-4 versus the AL Central. We'll tell you all about it. It doesn't smell good. Cubs postgame live. It's next.